Excellent. Hello. Hello, guys. My name is Frank. How are you? How are you doing? Laura, are you there? Laura is there. Thank you, Laura. Yes, today we're going to practice describing pictures. So, saying what we see in pictures um, and what the things in the pictures are like. So, if you can hear me, type in the comments. My name is Frank, and we will start in 2 minutes. Gabrielle, good man. Hello. How are you, Gabrielle? Are you bored? How are you entertaining yourself? I'm great. I'm great. I'm keeping very busy. One more minute, then we'll start. trying to install YouTube to watch the comments. Should have done this before. Hello, how are you? Oh, gone. Come on. Okay, 1 more minute. Okay, let's start. Gabriel. Someone else. Hello. Let's start. Okay, let's start. Gabriel. That's me. Okay, to describe. So we are going to describe some pictures. So some questions we can ask, and for describing, what is it? What can you see? What is in the picture? So this picture, what is in the picture? How many things are there? So can you count them? What are the things like? So the apples are red. The apples are... Can you think of any more words? So this is an easy example, and we'll go on to some harder things. So what is in the picture? What can you see? There are some apples. The apples are red. They are in a white picture. Good. So they are in a white picture. So the white comes before picture. So the apples are red. The picture is white. Good. So we have described the picture. Described. That is the past tense of describe. So describe the picture. There are apples. The apples are red. The picture is white. Okay, so some vocabulary for the session. Here are some things. Can we name them? So what is this? Begins with a B. So if I say hospitals, offices, banks, building, perfect. Department, that's interesting. Department. So maybe it could be a department store. But department store, bank, school, they are all buildings. Next one. Easy. House. This one. Could be hotel as well. Thank you, Wasim. Yes, what is a department store? Policeman, thank you, Gabrielle. What is this one? Or police officer. Very good. Doesn't have to be a man. Police officer. So police officer is a man or a woman. This one, ambulance car. So you're right, but we just say ambulance. Ambulance. Good. It's quite a hard one. Is it man or woman? A man or a woman, sorry. Next one. This one is mountain, right? Mountain. Mountain. This one. Small word, beginning with B. Bin. Perfect. What goes inside a bin? What goes inside a bin? Money. Oh, I thought you meant money goes inside the bin. Good. This is money, and this one. Yeah, good. What goes inside a bin? Rubbish or trash. So what is the difference between rubbish and trash? What's the difference between rubbish and trash? Do you know, Gabriel? And the final one is hospital. Hospital. Hospital, where sick people go. Okay, so now we have some things. We can count them. We can also give a word in front of the thing to say how many. How many things are there? How many buildings are there? We can say a few, many, lots of, not many, none or no, some, a couple of, very many. Now I want us to place these words in order. So what goes in number 1? They're good. American people say trash and British people say rubbish. British, American, English. So where do our words and phrases go in this order? Say if this was two buildings, and this was 1,000 buildings. This question was, how many buildings are there? Where would these words go in the order? Any idea? Sorry, if this was 0 buildings. So we can use these words in a sentence like this. We can say, there are many red apples in the picture. There are many red apples in the picture. So we put many before the noun. Are there any bananas in the picture? No, there are. Which word would you put here? There are, or no, there are bananas. So start it off, let's say none, or no. So how many buildings are there? There are none. There are no buildings. Are there any bananas in the picture? No, there are none. Are there any bananas in the picture? No, there are no bananas. Oh. There are no bananas. Are there any buildings? How many buildings are there? 0 buildings. There are none. So what goes at the top? So we've done this one. What is number 1? So number 1 could be, yeah. Let's try many. Thank you, Gabrielle. Many. What about very many? Very many. There are very many buildings. So is very many above many or below many? Very, very many. Is it above many or below many? So I can tell you that very many is above many, because very means more. It's like, I am tired and I am very tired. Very tired means more tired. So I think this should be very many. Then this one is many. So I can tell you a couple means about 2. A couple means 2. A couple of people means 2 people. A couple of people means 2 people. A few is 3 to 5. So few people is 3 to 5 people. So, and some is similar to not many. So a couple will go down here. A couple of people means 2 people, so just above 0. Then we have a few. A few people, 3 to 5 people. So now we have lots of, not many, and some. So we say there are lots of red apples in the picture. There are lots of red apples in the picture. So where does lots of go? 3, 4, or 5? So type in the comments, what do you think? Lots of. 3, 4, or 5, Wasim? 3, 4, or 5? I think these numbers are confusing. Or are they confusing? Maybe they're confusing. Okay, I'll keep these, but I'll say so this one is like 20 buildings. Move this. This one is 2 buildings. And this one is 3, right? A few means, well, 3 to 5. Okay, lots of, then a few, and some. So definitely lots of. Lots of. Lots of is very similar to many. Good. Not many. Very similar to some. Excellent. So this is a good order. Very many. Many, lots of, similar. Some, maybe 20 buildings. Not many, similar to some. A few, a couple, and none, 0 buildings. So if very many, so if there are 1,000 buildings, this is very many. So how many for there are many buildings? There are how many buildings? Three buildings? So look, the numbers are going up. So we have 0, 2, 3 to 5, 20. At the top, very many buildings, 1,000 buildings. So how many here? So maybe we should say there are some red apples in the picture. There are some red apples in the picture. So maybe 10 apples. Some. So this could be like 100 buildings. 1,000, 100 for very many, 20 for some, 3 to 5 for a few buildings, 2 for a couple. So, okay, let's practice on this picture. What can you see? So we can take these words. Get rid of the buildings. So what can you see? What is in the picture? So we can say there are, or in the picture, there are. So we say are for more than one thing. If there's only one of the thing, we say is. There is for one thing. There are for many things, more than one. So in the picture, what can you see in the picture? Good. A road. Very good. A black car. 2 polices. So 2, remember, should be policeman. Policeman. So we have a policeman. We have 2 policemen. Men is plural, more than 1 for man. 2 policemen. So this should go here. There are 2 policemen. And Gabrielle, good. So there is, because there is 1 road. There is a road. A black car. I'd say it's more grey, but I don't know, could be black. What about here? Good. Behind the policeman and the ambulance, there are many people. Good. So almost there. Behind the policeman. Good. Good use of policeman. Behind the policeman, there are many people. And people doesn't need an S. So it's 1. Oh, sorry. So people doesn't need an S. No S. Behind the policeman, there are many people. The picture shows a few police officers. They are closing the road. Wasim. Beautiful. The picture shows. I like that. The picture shows. Shows. So what is in the picture? What can you see? The picture shows. So I show you this pen. I show you. You can see it. I show you. The picture shows us. The picture shows a few police officers. Good. A few. 3 to 5. So it's a few. Brilliant. A few policemen. They are closing the road. Closing. Closing because we have this tape. Good. Closing. No more. Closing means is the opposite of closing is the opposite of what? Closing is the opposite of we're seeing the brilliant use of a few. Opening. Thank you, Gabrielle. And this is present continuous tense. I am closing the road now. I am opening the road now. Present continuous tense. Excellent. Okay. Next activity. Prepositions of place. For example, the ball went under the car. So we have noun, the ball, verb, went, went is strange, went is the past tense of what? The ball went under the car. So noun, verb, went, preposition, under, and another noun, the car. So prepositions are here. So under is this one. We say under or below. So past tense of went. Yeah, good. So I go shopping. I went shopping yesterday. Good, it's a strange one. So prepositions can describe where this ball is. The ball went under the car. The ball went below the car. So what is this one? Any ideas? Not up. So up is a direction. Up is a direction. It tells you the way. So it's like moving up. Move up. But prepositions are staying in one place. So this is up. It's a direction. because it has movement. It's an arrow down. So we're not talking about movement. So this one is just on. On, or it could be on top of. So the ball is on top of the box. I remember we did this a few weeks ago. On or on top of. Always present continuous if we need to describe a picture. They're closing the road. Yeah, I guess so. Always present continuous. So we'll come back to this picture. So this one is on. This one what is this one? So this one is over or above. Above. The ball is above the box. Good. This one. This one should be in or inside. This one Wasim said it before. Behind. Good one, Gabriel. Behind. My hand is behind my head. This one. So this one is 3 words. 3 words. First word is in. Second word begins with an F. In. In front of. In front of. Yes, Gabrielle got it just about. Just in time. This one is Wasim is quite far behind. Sorry, Wasim. I think between. Excellent. And this one. There are three ways we can say this. 3 different words. Good one. Nice one, Wasim. Yeah, good. Next to. I have next to or beside or outside. So I guess this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. All of them except this one are outside the box. So all pictures except inside show the ball outside the box. Right? Good. So, Gabrielle, can you use a preposition here? Get rid of this. So, Wasim used behind. He said, behind the policeman, there are many people. Oh no, sorry. That was you, Gabrielle. Sorry. Wasim, can you use a preposition? Can you use, so use one preposition and one how many word. So one preposition and one of these words. So what about there are a couple of policemen in front of, excellent. So what are you saying? In front of the ambulance, in front of the ambulance because it's, we are talking about this ambulance. In front of the ambulance, there are, good, it'll be a couple. So oh no, a few. I'm so sorry. A few policemen. I didn't see him. He's hiding. Okay, good. What about here? Well, you said in front of. What about? Just think of what about the clouds? The clouds are. There are a few police officers. They are standing behind the ambulance. Okay, I guess if you are on this side over here, they are behind the ambulance. But I guess if we are here, they are in front of the ambulance. I guess either or. Good Wasim. Okay. What about these pictures? So, do you know what this mountain is called? It's in Tokyo. Tokyo, Japan. So, can you describe what you see? What do you see? In the first picture, let's do picture one. Picture one. Picture one. What about here? What is here? There are a couple of pictures. Good. What about in the pictures? In the pictures. What do the pictures show? To use your word. What do they show? So good. So there is snow. Don't need a snow. Snow, not in. So there is snow on top of the mountain. There are flowers. Behind the flowers. There is, or are, need a preposition here. The mountain, the sky is blue. The flowers are in front of the mountain. Excellent. The flowers are in front of the mountain or behind the flowers. There is a mountain. Excellent, Gabrielle. What about how many word? So we could say there are some pink flowers, some. There are some pink flowers. Behind the flowers, there is a mountain. What about here? Beep, the mountain. The sky is blue. Which word? Excellent, above the mountain. Above the mountain, the sky is blue. There are below the mountain buildings. There are beep buildings below the mountain. What word goes here? So this should be many, right? So there are many buildings below the mountain. Many. Many. 100. Hundreds of buildings. Hundreds of buildings. Picture 2. Come up with a sentence for picture 2. One more activity. So we have some adjectives. Adjectives. These are describing words. Adjectives describe things. So can we match up the picture and the word? For the second picture, I see a city with very many lights. For the second picture, I see a city with very many lights. Behind the city. Excellent. There's a huge, I'm going to say huge mountain. And above the city, above the city, there is an orange sky. Beautiful, Gabriel. So, this activity yeah, good. Okay, it's quite late. I'm going to go. Next time, we can start with this exercise. Thank you, Gabrielle, and whoever else is here. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Thanks, Laura.